cogs, exercise courtesy of Gary Ward at Anatomy of Motion. And I was just setting myself up against the wall. This exercise is designed to be able to achieve verticality, so be able to achieve an upright posture, which is really important for movement, particularly for running and walking. So I'm setting myself up with the heels 3 or 4 inches away from the wall. I've got my butt against the wall, I've got my shoulder blades against the wall, and I've got the back of my skull against the wall. This position, I'm just going to put my hands on the 2 bony bits at the side of my pelvis, and I'm going to try and keep those 3 points of contact. So that's butt, skull, and upper back, shoulder blades. And I'm just going to think about getting those bony bits inside the pelvis, and I'm just thinking about tipping that ball forwards, tipping that ball back, tipping it forward and back. So you should feel your tailbone sliding down the wall at that point, tailbone sliding up the wall at that point. Try and keep your knees still, and try and maintain those 3 points of contact. And this can be very valuable for a lot of people with lower back issues. Now, as I tilt my pelvis forwards, so tailbone up the wall, you should feel that this rib cage starts to tilt back. Okay, so your chest is coming back. So that's the next piece to add into that. Just encourage as much of that movement as you can without forcing it. Just try to exaggerate that movement gradually. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to bring the chin down to meet the rib cage. Still keeping pressure at the back of the skull. Okay, so pelvis tilted forward, rib cage back, chin towards rib cage. And then we're going to start letting the skull go the other way. So a lot of people find it hard to coordinate this movement. That's okay. Takes time. So you should be getting a real arch of the lower back as you tilt the pelvis forward, and then your back should flatten out against the wall as you go the other way. Rib cage, back, chin down. Notice I'm keeping those 3 points of contact all the way through this exercise. And then finally, I'm just going to add the arms into this. So I'm turning the arms out, leading by the thumb, and then I'm going the other way. So I'm turning the arms in, turning the arms out, turn the arms in. You should feel shoulder blades coming together at this point, shoulder blades apart at that point. Shoulder blades together, shoulder blades apart. Okay. And that is an exercise really for encouraging to be able to get your upper body vertical, but also being able to join up all the different pieces of movement, particularly walking and running gait. You need to be able to, all those cogs need to be working together at the right time. So if you can't move your pelvis, you're going to have trouble doing that. If your rib cage is stuck, you can't get any length through there, then you're going to have problems. Most people will have stiff necks because most of us are living life like this. Okay, so it's really good for just trying to get some length through back of the neck there. Yeah. So that's wall cogs, courtesy of Gary Ward at Anatomy of Motion, and a really good exercise, basic exercise. I would encourage everybody to do if they can. It is possible to do floor versions of those as well. So you can do the same exercise lying on the floor if you have trouble keeping everything in alignment. Okay, thanks very much.